Tonight, as COVID-19 cases continue to rise locally, our hospital system is getting prepared how they plan to handle a potential surge.
Plus, mask fraud, why one of the world's leading manufacturers of the N95 mask is filing lawsuit against counterfeit products.
And an unconventional convention. The Democratic Party moves its upcoming event completely online.
From CBS3 Duluth, this is the CBS3 News at 6.
Good evening, I'm Kristen Bakke.
And I'm Anthony Matt. Thanks for joining us. A hot and muggy day across much of the Northland is the perfect recipe to fuel some potentially severe weather as we move into the night tonight.
That's why we're kicking things off with Dave Anderson this evening. Dave, pretty calm day out there so far, but things could certainly intensify as the night goes on.
Yeah, and things are already intensifying well to our west, and they're sliding our way. In a few minutes, I'll show you the timeline on when I think we're going to get the situation on our doorstep. But right now, let's take a live look out towards the west and to the north. There's the Effie area, and nothing happening there right now, no, but the clouds are starting to increase up aloft, and that's a sign that that low is going to bring us upwards of an 80 to 90% chance for potentially strong showers and storms here tonight. Here's the upper Midwest situation right now, and that low pressure system coming our way from Manitoba with its front scraping into the Dakotas will lead with the warm front, and so that brings the round of severe weather tonight. The cold front follows tomorrow night about this time, and so there will be two distinct rounds of potentially strong storms coming our way. The first one later on tonight in through tomorrow morning, then a break Saturday afternoon, followed by the cold front on Saturday night. So let's get a look now at the forecast for the weekend. And tonight, perhaps around midnight, we start to taste the first round of storms, and that could last till about noon on Saturday. Then there's the Saturday afternoon bout with sunshine, in turn followed by the cold front storm action Saturday night, early Sunday morning. And once that cold front goes by, pressure will increase. It'll become mostly sunny and calm and cooler by Sunday. So the first half of the weekend may be rough, and we have to keep an eye to the sky and be ready to seek shelter, but the second half will be a chance to clean up and relax. And of course, we'll have more details on the full 7-day forecast coming up in a couple more minutes.
Thanks, Dave. After the 4th of July holiday, more people are testing positive for COVID-19 in the Northland. Here's a look at how case totals in our region have changed since July 7th. As of today, St. Louis County is reporting 268 cases. That's 74 new cases in the last 10 days. Itasca County is at 91 cases, up 23 in that same time frame. And in Wisconsin, Douglas County is reporting 69 cases. That's up 22. As the numbers rise, local hospitals tell CBS3's Emma Quinn how they're handling it and what they're expecting in the coming months.
We've started to see an increased number of hospitalized and non-hospitalized cases in our region.
COVID-19 cases are on the rise in the Northland after the 4th of July holiday.
It's been consistent that it's been pushing towards the younger crowd.
More COVID cases means more testing. Centra Health had to move their mobile testing site from West Duluth to the old Sears building at the Miller Hill Mall on Thursday to help accommodate the increased demand.
At least a couple of the days over our whole enterprise, so our whole system, we did hit a few days where we had tested over 1,000 individuals.
Essential health officials are still preparing for a potential surge, creating emergency preparation plans in each of their facilities. But they say when that happens is hard to predict, as it depends on several factors. Essential health officials say what you do today, like wearing a mask, keeping your hands clean, and keeping your distance, all has an impact on the spread of the virus.
As we look forward 2 weeks, 3 weeks out, that's all yet to be determined by what we do now.
So health officials reiterate wearing a mask and keeping your distance, as anyone at any age could contract the virus.
It's not just that we're testing more people. The virus is really spreading through the community.
Essential health officials say they aren't concerned about running out of PPE masks or gowns as they are monitoring what they need and how much they're using.
Starting today, Bayfield and Ashland County leaders are asking people to consider wearing masks in indoor public places. Health officials say the advisory includes businesses, healthcare settings, waiting in line, and public transportation. Eating at a restaurant is not included. There are some other exemptions. You can find them on our website, cbs3duluth.com. Today, both counties also asked residents not to hold events larger than 250 people indoors or outdoors. Meanwhile, Ashland is hosting a free COVID testing site next week. You can stop by the Lake Superior Elementary School parking lot between 11 a.m. and 7 p.m. on Monday. They hope to test 400 people Anyone can be tested.
New at 6, a Minnesota-based company, which is among the world's leading manufacturers of the N95 masks, has filed more than a dozen lawsuits in connection with their product. 3M officials say they are investigating 4,000 reports of fraud, counterfeiting, and price gouging related to the masks. The company has also issued 6 temporary restraining orders and 4 preliminary injunctions so far to stop N95 sales that it says are unlawful. The company says in some cases it has led to criminal charges.
The Superior National Forest is working with its tribal partners to change the name of a Northland lake. Redskin Lake is in Minnesota's Arrowhead region. It's had that name since 1959. Now the Forest Service is working with the Fond du Lac Band to change the name to something not considered a slur against Indigenous people. They're considering the names Ojibwe Lake after the native people who call the area home, or Mamingwesi Lake after small riverbank dwelling water spirits. The Forest Service is expected to make the final decision.
Vice President Mike Pence is in southeastern Wisconsin today. He will visit Ripon College, recognized as the birthplace of the Republican Party, to deliver remarks on the Trump administration's agenda. After that, Pence traveled to La Crosse, where he toured a dairy farm. There, the VP is participating in a roundtable discussion on the positive impacts of the United States-Mexico-Canada trade agreement. During his college visit, Vice President Pence said voters are faced with a tough choice this year.
Before us are 2 paths, one based on the dignity of every individual, and the other on the growing control of the state. Our road leads to greater freedom and opportunity. Their road leads to socialism and decline.
Wisconsin has been penned as a critical swing state in 2020 and one both parties covet.
Sticking with politics, it looks like the Democratic National Convention has officially moved online. Thursday, the DNC committee told members of Congress to cancel any travel plans for this year's convention. The event was slated to take place the week of August 17th in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. In a statement, the committee said the convention, including the voting period, will instead take place remotely. According to the committee, delegates and elected leaders should all plan to conduct their official business virtually. Former Vice President Joe Biden was to accept the party's nomination during the big gathering. The Biden campaign says he will still deliver his acceptance speech in Milwaukee, and his vice presidential pick will do the same on an earlier night.
An Eveleth man is dead after crashing his motorcycle in Fayette Township. According to the Minnesota State Patrol, 60-year-old Keith Allen Parole was driving north on Highway 53 near County Road 16 when he lost control around 8 p.m. last night. That's when his motorcycle rolled. We're told he was not wearing a helmet. Roads were dry at the time of the crash.
A nearly 6-hour saga on the can of worms today. That's about how long it took the Minnesota State Patrol and other crews to remove a semi-truck that was stuck in the interchange. Troopers say it started around 10:30 a.m. when the semi's wide load couldn't fit through. That led to some major traffic backups in the area and several exit closures. All the exits are back open tonight.
The smell of popcorn is in the air as a Duluth treasure reopened today. Due to the coronavirus, Duluth's West Theater had to close its doors after an extensive renovation just last year. But after implementing many precautions, movie classics will hit the screen again. Owner Bob Boone says he's increased staffing and reduced capacity to keep moviegoers safe and theater doors open.
We decided that if I was going to do this, I wanted to exceed the governor's requirements. You know, it cost a little bit to be more careful, but in the big scheme of things, why would you do it any other way?
Visitors are required to wear a face mask at all times except when eating or drinking, and tickets can be purchased online or at the door.
A Moose Lake business owner is bringing hope and love to those who really need it. Jenny Moonen owns Five Sisters Gift Shop in Moose Lake. She says for seniors living away from their family, this time is extremely difficult with limited to no visits from loved ones allowed at senior care centers. So she came up with the idea to collect cards from the community and bring them to her local care center to show seniors they are not alone.
Well, you can either make a homemade card or just a drawing is fine. You can go to the local Dollar General or whatever store you want to go to and pick up a card. And my card, I just wrote, you know, hello. I'm just saying, dropping in to say hello. I'd love to be your new friend. You know, just want to brighten your day and say
The
hi.
cards will be donated to the Augustana Health and Rehabilitation Center in Moose Lake. You have until July 25th to drop them off or send them to Five Sisters Gift Shop. We have more details on our website.
Still to come, from reading together to walking together. One local book club is getting outside, all in support of a good friend who's facing a tough battle.
High temp today hit 88 degrees at the airport in Duluth. Tomorrow, just about as warm. That'll help fuel the big storms tonight and tomorrow. But once they pass Sunday, temperatures will go down. We'll talk about for how long coming up next.
Live, local, CBS3 News at 6 with Kristen Vaki, Anthony Matt, Kelly Hinson, and weather with meteorologist Dave Anderson on Live, local, CBS3. Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS.
We dance for healing. We dance for one another. For connection. In ways like no other. Together. Or even apart. We are resilient. The 2020 census is here, and we need to do our part for our people.
Save big money on your next project and get 11% off everything at Menards. Bio Advanced Complete Insect Killer kills insects for up to 3 months. This 32-ounce ready-to-spray bottle is only $10.99 after sale price and 11% off. Get a clean edge around gardens and flower beds with Master Gardener Pro Lawn Edging. A 40-foot roll is $18.95 after sale price and 11% off. Start saving with 11% off everything. Now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. DBS, your all things basement-y company. Does your home have uneven or sloping floors? How about cracked drywall, stair-stepping cracks, or bowed basement walls? You may have a problem with your foundation. Call the specialists at DBS. They thoroughly inspect your property and provide a permanent solution to your foundation problem. We offer a fully transferable warranty, unmatched in our area. Contact DBS, your all things basement-y company, for a free, no-obligation estimate. Call or visit us online. DBS, helping your family have a healthy, safe, and comfortable home.
Every second of every day, it happens. Something big, something worth talking about. News happens, and you can't wait for it. You need to be constantly digging, asking, hunting, wanting more. More truth, more real answers. More who, what, where, when, and why. And it's about you. It's about now. It's about wherever, whenever. At Live Local CBS3, it's about the news. Your neighborhood news.
The 2020 Subaru Crosstrek. It comes with standard symmetrical all-wheel drive, plus an economical 33 miles per gallon. And the Crosstrek has the lowest 5-year cost to own in its class for 3 years running, according to Kelley Blue Book. Love is out there. Find it in a Crosstrek.
Lease a new 2020 Subaru Crosstrek Premium for $329 a month. See the versatile Crosstrek today at Miller Hill Subaru. Online at millerhill.com.
Getting the gloves on. She's going to work. 12 hard-working Americans.
I just want to show folks that there's opportunities out there.
Will compete at real job sites.
I'm a strong believer in taking control of your own life.
We have reverse pipe. Everything you got. 61 years old. This man knows how to work.
I'm a force to be reckoned with. I'm not punching out.
Tough as nails. New episode Wednesday, 8/7 Central on CBS.
Live, local, CBS3. Watch Dave, Caitlin, and Austin for local weather you can trust on CBS. Now, the CBS3 Duluth Weather Max forecast with meteorologist Dave Anderson.
As storms lurch towards us from the west, now the Weather Service has put up a severe thunderstorm watch that has pushed over towards Itasca and Aitkin counties here in our viewing area, and there's a pretty decent chance that watch will be expanded into the rest of the region as the evening goes on. And coming out of the watch, straight up warnings like we're seeing over towards Beltrami County. This line of storms that's coming our way has an 80 to 90% chance of a payoff, and it may take a break tomorrow afternoon, but then return again tomorrow night. So 2 rounds of severe weather before calm conditions come our way by Sunday. And now we take a look at the current conditions at the airport in Duluth with a quick look. It's 86 degrees. 38% for the relative humidity, south wind 9 miles per hour, and air pressure at 1,013 millibars. But odds are that number will go down as the low gets closer. Temperature-wise, it's a pretty warm day, all right. Mid-80s in the Upper Peninsula, mid to upper 80s in most of northwestern Wisconsin, though we're getting a little bit of cooler by the lake syndrome happening, pushing towards the Bong Airport in Superior at 77. 88 Moose Lake, low 80s towards Two Harbors, mid to upper 70s right by the lake on the North Shore, and then upper 70s to mid 80s for inland parts of Minnesota. Warm temperatures and humid conditions with us at least through tomorrow. And again, that's part of the recipe for the severe weather that is coming our way, courtesy of this low pressure system. Now, like I mentioned, 2 rounds of severe weather coming, one tonight, one tomorrow night, from the warm front and the cold front. Warm fronts usually aren't as prevalent at making severe weather as cold fronts, but this one seems to be able to do so. So the timeline for the storms here right now, coming out of the Dakotas, getting into northwestern Minnesota. And I'm thinking by 1 o'clock in the morning, could be over towards Grand Rapids, starting to enter the Mesabi range and working through Minnesota till about 2 o'clock in the morning when it strikes the Twin Ports region here, and then rapidly pushing farther to the east. By 3 o'clock in the morning, we'll be near Ashland and threatening the Upper Peninsula. And the rain chance could stick around till noon, even 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. So now let's talk about how much rain we're going to get. The warm front portion through tomorrow afternoon could bring about a ½ inch to even 1.5 inches, 2 inches towards Solon Springs. And then when the cold front comes to call, that could add another ½ inch to 1 inch on the mark here. So it could be very juicy, especially towards Carleton County in Minnesota, where preliminary estimates indicate the 3-inch range of rain. Hopefully that doesn't trigger any flooding problems, but be ready for it in case it does. Tonight, the big threat with the storms coming our way will be high winds that could down trees. Straight line winds more so than tornadoes. Be ready to seek shelter wherever you are overnight here tonight. Now, the forecast tonight in Minnesota calls for low temps in the 60s, and it's a 90% chance we're going to get those storms. 80% chance for Wisconsin and Michigan with lows in the mid to upper 60s. Tomorrow, temperature-wise, another warm one like today. Wisconsin, Michigan numbers 85 to 90. 50% chance for the cold front storms tomorrow night in Wisconsin and the UP after a break, a sunny, calm break Saturday afternoon. Minnesotans get that sunny afternoon as well for a couple of hours. Then the 60% chance for storms comes back tomorrow night. High temps tomorrow for Minnesota, 70s by the lake, mid to upper 80s farther inland. But the cold front has a cure for that warm spell. Takes temperatures down towards 80 on Sunday, and high pressure behind the cold front makes it mostly sunny and calm. Then even cooler, 77 on Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, though, Tony and Kristen, that's our next chance for showers and storms. Too early to tell if it's going to be severe again.
Okay.
Hopefully not, since we've had our fair share of severe weather the past couple of days.
If you're early to bed tonight, batten down the hatches, huh?
Yeah, indeed, and may perhaps have flashlights ready in case your power goes out. That could happen.
Good tips. Thanks, Dave.
A Duluth book club is hoping to help one of its members turn the page on a deadly disease.
CBS3 photojournalist Alex Ladela shows us how they're helping her make it through this chapter, one step at a time.
First the walk, then the movie.
We walked a half marathon with friends to do our virtual Grandma's half marathon together.
Oh my gosh. So we walked from Hawks Ridge, Amity Creek, down 7 bridges, and then we went to Brighton, and then took the beautiful lake walk to Canal Park.
It was a great
It was a perfect day. There were no obstacles, no.
Blood on this thing.
Oh
yeah. I was diagnosed with cancer several years ago, and this year it metastasized. So my friends decided to put together a half marathon walk just to be together.
Something going on.
Lit Chicks is like literary
and also
women
lit, yeah.
and being lit.
Who needs water? I have a bottle.
I would say for my journey has been learn how to be kind, be giving, spend time with your family and friends, make each day your best. And this was the best day ever, to be with my friends.
The next book is The Giving Tree, because if you read the book, it's a tearjerker, but it's a great little Shel Silverstein, and it's just embodies who Nancy is. She's the most giving person.
Thank all my friends to put this together. Just support of family, friends, co-workers. I It's been an incredible journey. I feel fully supported. I feel the love, and all that is helps in healing.
What a great way to stay connected. They finish walking their half marathon in Canal Park this afternoon.
Way to go. Coming up in sports, we hear from UMD coach Maura Crowell on her thoughts on the WCHA's newest member. All this and more right after the break.
For breaking stories that impact the Northland most, turn to CBS3.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS3.
CBS3 live cams are brought to you by Kohler Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. You're not just getting a car, you're getting Kohler.
I guarantee you, if your home just burned to the ground or you had a major accident, your first thing you got to think about, it's not going to be, I just saved $500 on my auto and home insurance today. It's going to be, am I covered? At Vernon Insurance Agency, our first, second, and third goal is that you understand your coverage, there's no gaps in coverage, and your claims are covered when you have them. Call Vernon Insurance Agency today, 218-384-3970.
Be smart. Be active. Be confident. Vision Pro Optical is here for you, specializing in eye exams, glasses, contacts, and billing your insurance. Serving the Northland for more than 30 years with you as our focus. Visit visionprooptical.com for hours and location details. Vision Pro Optical. Be and be seen.
Shopping for a new kitchen at Skips has never been better. Take home your dream kitchen today with Skips Fruitwood Oak Cabinets in painted or dark shaker styles. You can rely on Skips for quality and durability at affordable prices. Stop by with your measurements and see how you can take home beautifully painted or stained cabinets today at a truly affordable price. Visit us online at skipshomecenter.com or stop in to see our showroom at 4728 Rice Lake Road, Duluth.
The show critics are praising as genius is now the Emmy winner for Outstanding Talk Show Host.
That's a standing ovation.
And the stars love it too.
You're so good.
America's Sweetheart is a hit and everything we love.
This is why we connect. You say y'all, I say y'all. That's how you say it. You're wrong.
The Kelly Clarkson Show, weekdays at 3 on Live Local CBS3.
It's 2020 summer clearance time at Duluth Dodge. Purchase a new Jeep Cherokee and finance for 84 months at 0% interest. Wow, 0% for 84 months. Only at the new Duluth Dodge, 4755 Miller Trunk Highway or Duluth Dodge, Minnesota.com.
When severe weather hits, tune to CBS3.
Tonight at 10, we'll be out here in the storm.
For up-to-date coverage morning and night.
Stay away from here.
Live local weather coverage on CBS3 Duluth. When news breaks, be the first to know with CBS3. Alerting you with our mobile app, taking you live to the scene.
A lot of protesters walking.
Bringing you complete coverage on air. Showing you what's happening now, what's next, how it affects you.
There's a massive fire. We have a crew there live
Focused
now.
on urgency. Focused on accuracy. When news breaks in your neighborhood, be the first to know. With Live Local CBS3.
Catch Eye on Parenting every Thursday at 6 with me, Leanne Valdez, on CBS3.
Back in 2017, the University of North Dakota made the decision to cut their women's hockey program, slimming the WCHA down to just 7 teams. Fast forward to now, 3 years later, and they have officially filled that spot. St. Thomas announced this week that they will be making the jump from Division III to Division I and will become the 8th member of the WCHA. UMD head coach Maura Crowell is excited to see the Tommies fill out their conference, and with all the shifting around, they may be forced into this year due to the pandemic. She hasn't ruled out playing them this season if it should line up.
We've had to travel a lot more for non-conference games. So to solidify an 8 team is really helpful in that way in terms of budgets and scheduling. And, you know, I think the location is perfect. Another Minnesotan team is great for the WCHA, great for women's hockey, and great for girls hockey in in the state of Minnesota too. It provides more opportunities for Division I players from not only Minnesota and the U.S., all over the world, which I think is a positive.
She expects it to be an exciting but difficult road for the Tommies, going from Division III to potentially the best and deepest conference in the country. Kroll herself actually made the jump from D3 to D1 in her playing days at Colgate.
It'll be hard, I think, at the beginning, no matter how well they recruit. It just takes time. But I think, it's the right move for the university, and it's the right move for our league, because while there will be growing pains, they will also get to a point where they're going to be extremely competitive in our league, and that's a good thing for women's hockey.
After a thrilling comeback win against Sporting Kansas City on Sunday, Minnesota United takes on another big rival, Real Salt Lake, in the MLS's back tournament tonight. The Loons can clinch a spot in the knockout round with a win over the Lions this evening. The same can be said for Salt Lake. If they win, they are automatically in the knockout round. Minnesota has dominated recent meetings between the two teams, taking 4 points last season and winning 3-1 in their last matchup. Head coach Adrian Heath says this time around, though, he's expecting a close matchup.
They move the ball well. They've got experience where they need it. They've got athleticism in good areas. I really like Rusnak. I think Kryalach is an underestimated player in the league. Obviously, they've brought a couple of players in. So, no, I expect it to be exactly what we've had in against them in the past. It's going to be a very tight affair, I think. And, it will probably be small incidents and little breaks here and there will probably be the difference at the end of the day.
Now that's all for sports. Kristen, Tony, back to you.
Thanks, Neil. The British World War II veteran who raised $40 million for the National Health Service has been knighted by Queen Elizabeth.
Captain Tom Moore walked in his garden to raise the money as a challenge for his 100th birthday. The Queen made her first public appearance in months for this special occasion. Now, ahead of the event, Captain Moore said he was absolutely overwhelmed about meeting her and worried that if he knelt down, he just might never get back up again. But luckily, he was able to stand as the Queen performed the special ceremony.
Oh, congratulations to him. Dave, let's get a final look at the weather, because you are watching some possible severe stuff coming through.
Yeah, and it's already on the rougher side in western Minnesota and threatening to come our way. So National Weather Service does have a severe thunderstorm watch in effect from the west to the middle part of our state, the Minnesota side of life at least, and that includes Aiken County and Itasca County there. And I do think the rest of us will have a chance for that watch to turn into actual warnings as we go through the night. There is a 80 to 90% chance for severe weather tonight, and then a break tomorrow afternoon on Saturday. But the back half of the low pressure system bringing tonight's severe weather could bring a second round. That goes in through early Sunday morning, but higher pressure settles in rapidly Sunday afternoon to clear things up and cool things down. If we're so close to 90 through Saturday, we'll be closer to 80 once we get towards the latter half of the weekend.
All right, thanks for joining us.
We'll see you again at 10.